Shalom, all praises go to the Most High, Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, double honors unto the elder apostles, a great millstone for the teachers of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom, brothers and sisters, Akim across the world. Now, I wanted to do a video about this 5G radiation, right? That it is harmful, right? Now, it says here, I Googled it, of course. It says some 5G conspiracy theorists, you got to watch out with these devils with these little trigger words. For example, they got words like oh, he's jealous, Meanwhile, a man is supposed to be jealous. If somebody be, hanging around your wife all the time, or actually if your wife is hanging around somebody, another guy all the time, chilling with him, laughing and hanging on his shoulders and stuff like that. A wife is not supposed to be doing things like that if she was to think correctly. Stuff like that. But then those are them trigger words. Right, some because here I typed in Google again 12 crazy conspiracy theorists or theories that actually turned out to be true. Now you know how these devils are. They're gonna put fake conspiracy theories out there just to show you that, see, not all of them are truthful. They say the truth is stranger than fiction. Of course it is, because it doesn't sound like something that you want to hear. Now let me read this first. Some 5G conspiracy theorists contend that the new network generates radio frequency radiation that can damage DNA and lead to cancer, cause oxidative damage. I don't know what this is. It's maybe with oxygen or something. Yeah, oxygen. Yeah, basically your cells is not getting a lot of oxygen. Oxidative. Right. Damage that can cause premature aging, because your cells are gonna get damaged, and your cells are the ones that are controlling, your face tightness and stuff like that. Disrupt cell metabolism and potentially lead to other diseases through the generation of stress proteins. So it's going to mess you up. But we know that praying to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, he's going to protect us for that. And I wanted to go up in that one. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, but only if you come to Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, which means you need to serve Yahweh. And how do you do that? The whole duty of man is to serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. What is the whole duty of man? Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So this is what we were supposed to be doing in the first place. We're supposed to serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And 1 John, I think it was what, 2? Maybe 6. 1 John 6. It says, no, it's not 1 John 6. No, it's not 1 John. Yeah, right, I found it. Now it is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. 2 John chapter this is the book of 2 John, verse 6. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment, that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. So since the beginning, we should walk in it, right? For many deceivers are entered into the world, who confess not that Yahawashi Mashiach is come in the flesh. This is a deceiver and an anti-Messiah, Messiah, anti-Messiah, anti-Christ, anti-anointed one. Basically, anti-Yahawashi. You are against Yahawashi if you don't believe that he came here in the flesh and died for the elect of the nation of Israel. Now that is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. And this is a weapon formed against us because it's formed against the people of the world because Esau, but it's more targeted for us as Israelites, but he's killing his own people too because that is his plan. Now what the 5G does is conspiracy theories that turned out to be true. I'm gonna hit that later here. Now this is what it does, right? Now I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you can read it for yourself. We have no reason to believe 5G is safe. The technology is coming, but contrary to what some people say, there could be health risks. It's stupid that you think that these devils are making you think that there's no health risk. It's like this. You have, I typed in rats become sterile after 5G radiation. And then I clicked on this link over here, which is this one. Not that one, but I think this one, yeah, here. Radiation causes cancer in rats. What about humans? So if you think it causes cancer in rats, what do you think it's going to do to people? Of course it's going to do the same thing, but it might take longer. And this is why you have this, is cancer on the rise. Now this is a study done in 2015, right? It says, why are cancer rates increasing? Cancer rate research UK. We know why. Because if you go to this here, well, I'll put this link in the description box. It's Okla or Okla, I don't know how you pronounce it. Okla 5G map. Now all over the world you got 5G towers and stuff like that. But don't forget, around all of here you have the 4G towers. Wait, let me try and get that too. Let me see. 4. Wait, did I see something over there? Here. Now you know you can find this for yourself, but I just wanted to show you that everywhere on this planet Earth, okay, this is only one company, this T-Mobile. So these are the 4G things that are all over the place, right? All over here, and it's a lot because if you zoom in, you will see hundreds upon these, so-called small places. Right? Let me see. Of course, where it's pink, it's it's there. The radiation is there. The effect. The United States, as you can see on the East Coast, you have a lot more than on the West Coast. Total wireless coverage maps 2019, fixing your cellular signal. So these are the wireless ones, but let me not wait, I saw one, but let me not dwell too long on this so that the video doesn't get too long. But then what did I just see actually? I think it was this. Right. Of course, it's basically the same. It's just showing you, where cell phone coverage states. It's a lot. Like the West Coast, the East Coast got a lot, and it's understandable because here you have a lot of jakes, and also that's why New Jersey and stuff like that, you have a lot. Of course, you have a lot of jakes here. These are a lot of the southern. The majority here are the northern tribers, and here the southern tribers, right? But let me get back up in this right here. Right. Now it says here that the cancer is increasing. It's increasing, right? Now this is what the 5G does. Millimeter waves are mostly absorbed within a few millimeters of human skin and in the surface layers of the cornea. Short-term exposure can have adverse psychological effect in the peripheral nervous system, the immune system, and the cardiovascular system. The research suggests that long-term exposure may pose health risks to the skin, that is melanoma, which is cancer. They should just fucking say cancer. See, melanoma is a serious form of skin cancer. Okay, they should just say that. The eyes, right? Ocular cancer, which is the eyes, and the testes, that is sterility. Now the testes is basically your ball sacks, and it also goes for the womb. You know, you have something called womb cancer or something, right? And sterile, basically, right? And what does sterile mean? Sterile means the quality or condition of being sterile. Infertility, what? Infertility, childlessness. So basically, it's messing around with your reproductive system, right? And organs, reproductive organs, which are your genitals. And that also goes into their plan of Georgia Guidestone, which is their 10 commandments for this planet Earth. Now, the first commandment of their planet, the planet Earth that they want to create, is maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. How are you going to do that? Because around the world, it's about 8 billion people now. So how are you going to reduce 8 billion to 500 million? Well, if you cut off the baby making process, which is the testicles, you mess them up, and the wombs, you mess them up, then that's a step towards, no more babies. And then you kill a lot of them with, all these type of diseases and stuff like that. So they're doing these things, right? They're busy with it. But Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is going to protect his elect, which are not going to die from that, because they're going to be protected. They're going to have a force field around them, as you could say. Now, is cancer on the rise? Yes, it is. Now, here, let me see conspiracy theories that turn out to be true. And let me get this one. Wait. Right, so they want to make you sterile, which is what they're doing with these frequencies, because the body works on frequencies, right? Human body The human body works on frequencies. By testing the response of the human body on a vibration or a vibrating platform, many researchers found that the human whole body fundamental resonant frequency to be around 5 hertz. However, in recent years, an indirect method has been proposed, which appears to increase the resonant frequency to approximately 10 hertz. Basically, your body works on frequencies, right? Now, if you want to disrupt a person's frequency system, then this is what you can do. For example, these are the 12 crazy conspiracy theories that actually turn out to be true. Right? They say the truth is they say the truth is stranger than fiction. That's no lie. All these so-called conspiracy theories turn out to be legit. The horror of Project Sunshine. Now, Project Sunshine, now it says here, conspiracy. The government was stealing dead bodies to do radioactive testing. The truth. The government was stealing parts of dead bodies and thus dead bodies because they needed young tissue. They also stole like alive people, like snatching up people too, man, alive. They recruited a worldwide network of agents to find recently deceased babies and children, and also live ones. Why do you think 800,000 children? Oh, Google already has it. In America? Yeah. Okay, this is India. What do you think they're doing with these children? They just go missing? Roughly 800,000 children, right? Thousands of people go missing in the United States each year. Center for Missing and Exploited Children, roughly 800,000 children go missing yearly in America. That's only in America. It says it right here. Each year, 800,000 children are reported missing in America. That's almost 1 million every year. And this was done in 2012. How much more now? Kidnapped children make headlines, but abduction is rare in whatever, Wisconsin, whatever. Get the fuck out of here, you goddamn liars. That's a lie. You know, they want to make it seem as if it's not done by strangers. Yes, it is. Esau be doing that, man. You know, back in the day, you had back in the day, you had children on milk packages. Back in the day, because everybody drank milk, right? So this is a great way to spread information or news. You know, you put it on something that people buy because they gotta buy milk for their children, which is weird because your children shouldn't be drinking the milk of a freaking cow. The woman should be drinking this milk, if not something else. But your wife should be drinking this, and then she should be feeding the baby because the body, the body will process the cow milk into nutrients and stuff like that, and then give it to the baby. You know, just like how the cow eats grass, and then that grass, the nutrients in that grass gets turned into milk, and then they could feed the little babies, the little calves, right? Well, that's the same thing with people. You eat chicken, you eat vegetables and fruits, and then your body will process all that nutrients and then, feed the baby with the milk that your body produces. So that's how you actually supposed to be feeding your children, but these lazy people are doing it the other way around. They're making literally a cow feed their baby, which is stupid. It makes no sense. That's like me. No, not me. That's like you. That's like you giving your child doggy milk. Doggy milk. That's like, that's like doing that, which is stupid. Basically, you're doing this for nutrients and trying to get the, nutrients in or whatever you need to grow. Right? That's like doing that, which doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's a good way to spread information. And back in the days, you had this. Always, you see this. You used to see little Timmy and little Susie missing and stuff like that, which was hilariously funny. But they were doing those things, right? Bad Booze. I don't have to read that one. I'll put this link in the description box. This is important bullshit. Government mind control. It was a conspiracy. This is very heavy, right? The CIA was testing LSD and other hallucinogenic drugs on Americans in a top secret experiment on behavioral modification. The truth. The program was known as MK Ultra, and it was real. What do you mean was real? It is real, man. It is. This is not important. This is all not. This is bullshit. The government is spying on you. With the advances in technology, the government is using its vast resources to track citizens. The truth. In 2016, government agencies sent 48,868 requests for user data to Facebook, 27 something to Google, and 9,000 something to Apple, according to the Electronic Frontier Foundation, the EFF, a major non-profit organization that defends civil liberties in the digital world and advises the public on matters of internet privacy. So they're doing these things. Fake battles, real war. Conspiracy. So they're doing it, right? The Gulf of Tonkin incident on August 2, 1964 was faked to provoke American support for the Vietnam War. People were saying these things, right? By the time news reached American ears, the facts surrounding the North Vietnamese attack on American naval ship Maddox was already fuzzy. Declassified intelligence documents have since revealed that the Maddox had provided support for South Vietnamese attacks on a nearby island, and that the North Vietnamese were responding in kind, according to the U.S. Naval Institute. The event opened the floodgates for direct American military involvement in Vietnam. So this shows you that they was creating fake news and stuff like that. Big Tobacco knew that cigarettes cause cancer. No fucking shit, Sherlock. Smoking, that thing will destroy you, man. You're inhaling smoke. But the reason I was reading all those things is to show you that what people are saying off of these radiation things, the 5G, and they calling us conspiracy theorists. It's common sense that if you're playing around with frequencies, you're gonna mess up people's DNA. You're gonna mess people up themselves. Now it says here, cancer is not the only risk, as there is considerable evidence that the RFR causes neurological disorder and reproductive harm, likely due to oxidative stress. Right. As a society, should we invest hundreds of billions of dollars deploying 5G, a cellular technology that requires the installation of 800,000 or more, just as much as kids missing, or more new cell antenna sites in the US, close to where we live, work, and play? Now you have these things which are not conspiracy, these are actual facts. Near this. See, the devils always have a question, but you're supposed to be the news. You're supposed to tell me, you fuckface. You're not supposed to ask me as the public. You're supposed to tell me. You're supposed to be the one that goes out there and does the story, right? That's why we know that they're the devil. This is a stupid question, man. You gotta watch these devils with their questions instead of giving you answers, man. Now it says high levels of RF waves can cause a warming of body tissue, but the energy levels on the ground near a cell phone tower are far below the levels needed to cause this. Get the fuck out. It was so far, there is no evidence in public scientific reports that the phone towers cause any other harm problem. You gotta watch these devils, man. They said the same thing about Teflon. Whoa, there's no scientific evidence that the Teflon is harmful for the body. They know damn well that it is. But through the manipulation of social media outlets and stuff like that, news, they can trick you, make you feel comfortable. I would never feel comfortable with any type of thing the devil tells me that what? Get out of here, man. Check this out. Wait, this site is very freaking irritating. Well, for this browser then. Let me go over here now. It says here, cell phone tower shut down at elementary. You motherfucker. Still gotta do it here then, cause I don't want that. I got my app blocker and I want to keep it. Cell tower shut down. Cell phone tower shut down at elementary school after 8 kids are diagnosed with cancer in mysterious cluster. This shows you that these people, they each have different types of cancer: brain, kidney, liver, and lymphoma. Right. Don't know that one yet. Maybe the blood or something. But even skeptics say the number of cases in this cluster is unusual. Because they're the devil, man. That's why they are skeptics. They don't believe everything just because people say it. We know that it's true. And they know that it's true. But people got to die first or get sick first before they actually, say that, yeah, it's true, actually. Cell phone tower radiation effects on school children. This was in 2018. This was in 2019. But hey, and so I'm gonna read this. Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against thee shall prosper. That includes biological weapons. That includes frequency weapons. That includes microwaves and stuff like that. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn, if they talk any shit. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahawah, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahawah. So everything that they're going to do, because you messed around with them, it's going to be done in righteousness. Revelation 3 verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich. And how are we going to basically do that? Being rich, spiritually rich, right? Which is having this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. It makes you rich. And white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. And how will we be naked? By having not this truth. If you don't have this truth, then you're naked, because this truth is like clothing. The armor of God, for example, which is the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this truth. That's how you protect yourself against the wiles of the devil, against the arrows of the devil. And anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. So we can see these things, man. Let's just say the ones that are anointed by the Heavenly Father, that have the clothing on, the white raiment, they shall see these truthful things. But Yahweh is actually, the Most High Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, he's actually he's opening the eyes of the heathen nations too, right? It shows it right here. Where is it? Not here? Right. No, right here. Joel chapter 2 verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions. And also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit, which is the servants of Yahawah and the women that serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi also, right? they're going to get dreams. And when it says that they shall prophesy, it simply means that they're going to say things before it happens. And when a woman does that, let's say she has a dream and she wakes up and she tells you the dream, she needs to cover her head. That's one. And second, well, that's prophesying. That's the second. So that's prophesying. It doesn't mean that they're going to go on the street and start, bringing the elect in, because that's a man's job. And also up on the wait, yeah, right. Now this is that's the same thing too. Right now it says here Psalm 64:8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Now, this is one of the ways that they make their own tongue fall upon themselves. Where is it again? Here, because they are the ones that are writing these things, and we're reading it. So they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, man. They're snitching themselves, basically. Does 5G make you sick? It can cause radiation sickness, burns, cancer, and even genetic damage. It is important to be clear that 5G wireless technology is a form of non-ionizing radiation. And for that matter, so is the current 4G wireless technology and every other generation prior to that. So they messing with you. Because you have the Wi-Fi. If you have Wi-Fi in your house and stuff like that, you're already bombarding yourself with that radiation. And now it's going to get worse, because I think every 300 meter or something, the 5G has to be there. A tower has to be there for it to work better or something. Oh, it says here, 5G will require cell antennas every 100 to 200 meters, exposing many people to millimeter wave radiation. Because 4G had given limited range, because the 4G was actually, there was a little bit further apart, but the 5G, they want to make it powerful and potent. Isn't this supposed to be like, for example, you have 4G here, and then whatever, just an example, 1 kilometer of further you have another 4G cell tower, right? Isn't the 5G supposed to be, you have here a 5G cell tower, and then you have way over here another one? Isn't it supposed to be like that? Nah, man, you got like one here, one here, one here. These devils are bombarding people with this radiation, man, because they don't give a fuck. They're all about making people get sick so that you can pay them while you're dying. By the way, you're not getting sick, you're being poisoned. There's a difference. Going to the hospital, spending money that you actually shouldn't need to spend, but you're doing it anyway. That's like going on vacation, then you get into an accident, then you have to just lay out your whole vacation in a hospital, and then you come back after 2 weeks, and then you start, getting better again or whatever. Doesn't make any sense. You could just stay at home. Basically, it's just a waste of time. That's the point. So you go into the hospital back and forth. It's actually a waste of time, because it's not needed. They put you there, instead of you actually needing to go there. Yes, it did, because here in Holland, see, you gotta watch these devils. Hundreds of birds fall from the sky during 5G test in the Netherlands. Dead birds in Holland. EMF radiation accesses. Scientists perform autopsies after 20,000 birds perished. And they was testing the 5G in Den Haag. But like I said, you always gotta watch the snake tongue demon, because the snake tongue demon, he will tell the truth with one side of the tongue, and then the other side, he will tell a lie. Let me see. Well, researchers have speculated that the cell tower frequency may affect how birds, how migratory birds navigate. It is not to a harmful degree so far. So far, 5G has not been found to have any directly harmful impacts on birds. It's so full of shit. It's so full of shit. So full of shit. I just showed you an article. Well, I didn't show you an article actually. Hey, you gotta watch out with this site, man. Watch the hell out with this site. These people are demonic, man. They always coming up with false and debunking stuff and stuff like that. They're the type of guys that would debunk on a Pizzagate, which you hear nothing about no more all of a sudden. And then even, man, they fixed Google so hard that they put a feedback here. Pizzagate is the debunked conspiracy theory that went viral in 2016 United States presidential election cycle. It has been an extensively discredited. They went out of their way to discredit this one by a wide range of organizations, including the Washington, D.C. police, which are the ones that actually didn't do any research after they found out. Like, this is a joke. This is a joke. Remember Jeffrey Epstein, right? You should always remember him. And that's just one guy, man. That's just one guy. You know what I'm saying? Child trafficking. Globally. They doing these things, man. You know? But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. So when Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, he's gonna protect us. He's gonna protect his men, you know, his servants. And the elect and the 1/3. He's gonna protect them from these devils. They're machines, man. They're weapons, which are created to destroy people. You think it's making your life more comfortable? It's not. It's killing you. You know. You even have worried about 5G's health effects. You even have people, because I just got the idea. I just saw the picture of the cell phone. Causing. I saw this thing. Right. Now it says horns might be growing out of our skulls because of cell phones. Here's what the researchers say is happening. Frequent users of mobile devices regularly tilt their heads forward to view them. That shifts the weight of the head from the spine to the muscles in the back of the head, which causes bones to grow in the tendons and ligaments. So this might not be coming from the radiation, but guess what? If you take away the phones, this shit will go away too. So they're still doing you more harm than it's actually doing you good by too much phone use. But yeah, there you have it, man. And these weapons are not gonna harm the elect, man. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.